Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. I should be joined by Vicky, but I seem to have lost her right before we went live. So that's something, guys. But anyways, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Oh, and the stream's skipping a little bit. Oh no. So anyways, I notice we have some people in the chat. What's up, Smeeg Peeg? Oh, hey, we got Ross Sutton. Isaac. Isaac is a Vimp. I don't like Vimps very much. Hopefully Vicky joins us because this stream is hard without her. I'm gonna be honest. It's a little difficult. But I guess while we wait to see if Vicky comes back, we might as well start the video, right? All right. Well, let's do it.
You are here does not kink shame. I want to bring that out, that we do not kink shame. If you don't want to have, if you hate women, don't want to have any sex at all, that's your lifestyle. Or if you're a nude model, that's your lifestyle.
You can, in fact, you can be both at the same time.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and it's been an interesting week. I think the story will probably wrap up. And I wanted to comment a little bit on a lot of heat that I noticed Tim Pool is taking. You know, I do kind of want to speak out in defense of Tim here on that.
There's nothing wrong. Well, little kids, of course, dude.
Well, that's hyperbolic on my part.
Right,
like,
but there's literally
teenagers.
nothing wrong with seeing a woman of fertile age and thinking she is an attractive sexual partner. But like acting on that with an 18-year-old woman is a completely different story. But there's nothing wrong with seeing an 18-year-old woman, and being like, "Oh, she's attractive." Of course she is. She's in the prime of her beauty.
About 18.
Oh, I don't think it's reasonable to like be demanding Tim deplatform the guy either. I don't think that that's a fair request, and you know, even to like demand Tim make some sort of statement, I don't think he's gonna, and I don't think he has to.
He and Tim Pool trying to dismiss all of the criticism on their show. It's bad. It's very, very bad. You cannot go after the audience. That is the #1 rule of being on the internet. You can't go after the audience. Jack Murphy would not survive a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. He absolutely wouldn't.
Like,
I try not to look.
I have not. I can't. Like, I have some limits, right? I have some limits. I can't sit and watch his videos, but
Last night, he talked about it in this video. He talks about how he was asked the question once and he deflected, which is what he should have done on the second one, but he couldn't because he's not a real man.
Thank you.
Because you guys are the advertisers. That's why we try to get through all of these and read all your
All right,
comments.
I got a few
Even
more.
if you're trapping me. No, I want to read this one first. Because I started it, I'm going to finish what I started. Anamorphosis says, Elijah, and I apologize for this in advance, Jack, asked Murphy about the article he wrote about literally cuckolding his wife. I wish I was joking. True alpha.
Wow.
True.
Wow, you went there with that. I have absolutely no comment on that other than to say that whatever people's perception is about that, it's 180 degrees wrong. And it has nothing to do with people think what they're thinking it to be today.
Have it your way. Have it your way, chat. We'll read the entire fucking thing. We'll read all about cultivating erotic energy from Mr. Jack Murphy. And yet, I sent my 15-year-old junior to bang Matt, apparently from Tinder. Why? Okay, so she's out there fucking Matt from Tinder. That's the guy that's been texting. I was emasculated. In a couple years, or in couples therapy, the 60-year-old shriveled arbiter proclaimed my sexual urges unreasonable.
Brett Ain't Dad said, unfortunately, the proliferation of technology leads to authoritarian collectivism. Future looks gay. Merry Christmas, Sid and Jack and Elijah.
Mr. Dick and Bowles says, hey, Jack.
See, that's what she does. She does this. Like she reads it like that's normal. Like it's not even. She's not even just like, I'm not gonna skip the name. She just goes, Mr. Dukenball said.
Could you please clear up the cuck article you wrote?
I am not going to talk about
Again?
this.
Okay.
And basically, you know what? Fuck you
Me.
for bringing this up right here and right now.
Me.
Why are you doing this to me?
I didn't know that. I didn't know what it was.
Does it sound familiar though? An ex-leftist that joins a mostly right-wing circle and is found out to be a cuck? It might if you follow the hashtag Comicsgate.
All right. So we finally got Vicky back, guys. Thank
Sorry,
God. Oh no,
yeah,
fuck you, Vicky, you piece of shit, for putting me through that.
the pleasure of
Yeah. Oh, did I lose you? Oh no, guys, I think we lost Vicky again. Huh. This is a rough stream, I'm gonna be honest. But I love how that video ended. That was great. Right? Just the Preston Poulter fade in. That was actually how we planned on covering this topic, but we were gonna compare Jack Murphy to Preston because it is a very similar situation. But this guy called Critical Based Theory did it before us. Also, fuck you, Vicky, for doing that again. I sent the StreamYard link to Smugpug, and hopefully maybe he joins? That would be tight. Hey, Smug, you should join the stream. Because I'm drowning out here by myself. But anyways. So yeah. It's a very similar situation. Right now we'll read these he has this group called I forget what they're called. Oh man. I forget the name. But essentially people give him money and he teaches them how to be an alpha. And these are the screenshots of, I guess, what they're all about. So let's just go ahead and read through these screenshots. Also, once again, fuck you, Vicky, for leaving me here by myself. This sucks. So anyways, it says, in a world of crap, how can there really be a group of men who keep winning? Let me tell you a story. It's about one member, name redacted for privacy, who came in with zero funding. I'll call him John. Oh, we got a guest. Yo, what's up, Smug?
I'm not Smug Pug. My name's Victoria, and I love Sneak Pig and hate you, Dean.
Well, that's fine. As long as you're here to help me out, Victoria.
No
Weird.
problem.
All right. So you've heard about this story, right? Smictoria?
I did, and when I heard it, I got very, very excited. That Jack Murphy's a stallion of a man.
It makes sense that you're so into Smeag Pig.
What the fuck?
So yeah, I mean, we watched a video with from that Critical Base Theory guy.
Yeah, we did.
How did you like that video?
I loved that video, and I'm really kind of annoyed that I didn't think of it first.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's a really good video. That was like, we were gonna compare the two, but people should just check out that video. I forgot to put it in the description.
I can put it in the chat for you now, Dean.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If everybody after this stream could go check out that video. It's really good. The guy breaks it down pretty well, and he leaves you with a couple questions, and yeah. So everybody check out Critical Base Theory. Sneak Peek dropping a link now. Although by the time you see this, Sneak Peek will have dropped the link like 40 seconds ago. So just scroll back up. Yeah. Anyways, do you happen to remember what this group is called?
Which group's that?
The group that pays him and he teaches them how to be an alpha.
Is it the Liminal Order?
Yeah, the Liminal Order. Yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, chat. It's the Liminal Order. So yeah, we're just gonna be reading through these screenshots. of the liminal order. I guess this is kind of like kind of like code, what they're all about. So, it just ended at, let me tell you a story. It's about one member, name redacted for privacy, who came in with zero funding. I'll call him John. John wanted to start a tech company and couldn't figure out how to get attention on his project. The liminal order worked together to make his dream happen. Not only did our own members provide the initial seed funding he needed, but they leveraged their connections to put his pitch in front of the biggest names in the industry. That was in 2020. Since then, we as a community, we live in a community? A cuck community?
We live in a society.
No, it's a cuck community. Have watched his wealth, health, relationships, happiness, and social leverage all increase. His tech company has grown beyond what he'd even imagined it could be. He's rubbing elbows and shaking hands with people he once revered as heroes. So then we got this next one.
So just quickly, I think this was a valid thing someone raised earlier, because this John guy is clearly one of the people, I guess, that Jack Murphy was life coaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is his story.
I'm not sure this is his story. Oh well, maybe that story was. But there's some obvious red flags as we continue to read these screenshots. Yeah. Oh. There's gonna be some obvious ones like nation state security level. Like that's what the fuck? What are you talking about? Anyways, so let's just continue to read. We had one CEO with no funding joined. His product was incredible, but he had nothing to help him get started. He now has $5 million in funding with investors who met him from inside the liminal order, and a $50 million valuation. His employees were hired from the liminal order ranks. We now have a group of accredited investors who source, vet, and share investment opportunities to replicate what we achieved for that CEO. And we have Business Accelerator to help people develop, launch, and sell products and services from idea to beta to go to market. We helped a member develop a course based on a few replies he left on a comment. That was a market. We helped another member launch a telehealth practice that doubled his opportunities. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that they don't put specifics when talking about all that, right? But I mean, I don't know, maybe like a little bit more than just, hey, we helped this person do this, or we helped a person do this thing that we don't really tell you anything about. I don't know. I wouldn't trust anyone.
Hey, Jack Murphy helped me pick up chicks, Dean.
Yeah. How large are the objects they put in your butt?
They're pretty mid-sized. My tiny hole can only take so much.
I don't think you've learned enough from Jack Murphy then. But we've launched numerous information operations and social media campaigns. They've launched numerous. Can they give you specifics though? You know what I mean? Like, numerous isn't... Yeah, I get it. You've launched some. But can I get some names? Like, you know?
Oh, you know, the big ones are Amazon, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all those big guys, they all subscribe to Jack Murphy.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Mark Zuckerberg subscribing. I could see that. So nation state level secure communications. What is that? Nation state level? Okay, that sounds fishy, if I'm gonna be honest. As part of your liminal order membership, you will receive access to our encrypted message system called Wicker Pro. Think of it as our top secret Slack. That's because Wicker holds nation state level security. Yeah, nation state level security, guys. So yeah. Who does
NSA, CIA, FBI, they're all in the liminal order, folks, talking to QAnon.
Yeah. Also,
Get the
your
real
state,
story.
your state level government is also there. So be cool. We also offer a one-of-a-kind sense-making apparatus better than any other group can offer. So in this, they kind of like, they basically suggest that they can sense things months ahead of time. So that way you can be better prepared for like tragedy, or like when like a tragedy strikes you.
Well, hang on a second. If they can sense some things ahead of time, how come Jack Murphy didn't see this coming?
That's a good question. That's an excellent question, but you know, you won't get an answer, Smeeg. I'm sorry. We had, so this is actually like, this is extremely funny because now they talk about how they've had a guy lose a baby and another lose his parent. We had a guy have a crisis on his wedding day where our brotherhood came together and chipped in $20 each, and boom, we raised $3,000 and sent it over to him. Another member, the brother, killed himself and they didn't have any money for a funeral, so we sent them a couple $1,000s to have the funeral, right? So what's actually really funny is there's like between 700 to 800 members, and all of them pay Jack Murphy anywhere from like $60 to $100. So Jack Murphy makes like in a year, like $500,000 off of off of this shit. Yeah. Right.
Wow.
But still, he asks them to all chip in some money, even though they're supposed to know things ahead of time when tragedy strikes. Right? Like, so they know things ahead of time when tragedy strikes, but obviously they don't. And then, even though Jack Murphy is just taking these people's money, he still has them pitch in $20 when tragedy strikes these people. And that just seems really fishy, right?
A little fishy.
Like, isn't this supposed to be like a security network, right? And like, you're having like your security network pay, but you're supposed to be like the security. I don't know. It just, it seems like something some like cuck asshole would put together, like almost like a scam. Or
schemes and scams.
Maybe it sounds a bit like a terrorist organization.
Oh my God, what is this?
But everybody knows the popular saying, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. I kid you not. This is part of their like advertisement to other people to get them to join. One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter.
Why would you even why would you even ever put that?
I don't know.
Even like the Taliban and Al Qaeda don't advertise themselves as a terrorist organization.
Yeah, it's a pretty. You've never heard this saying, Spug?
Not once.
Yeah. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. When I read this, I wanted to join. You know me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but you know, this is just like, why would you do this? I don't know, but they did, Smeeg. They did do it.
Well, that's branding 101, Dean. Compare yourself to a terrorist organization.
Obviously, I'm clearly doing things wrong. I mean, then I can't even get my co-host to show up on time, and then she just leaves partway through, and she had only been here for like a second.
Can't believe this.
It's gonna make this next part really hard to talk about because, we were actually gonna talk about CG numbers, and of course that's like Vicky's thing, and I know nothing about it. All I have is the video.
I'll try and help you, Dean. I'll try and translate what the data means. I'll look at the data. Show me the data.
All right. Well, let's watch this video. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Anyways,
I might even
we
be
have
able to stay
Vicky.
in for more than a minute. Hey.
We have Vicky, guys. Vicky, go ahead and tell people what
fuck
that all meant
me.
before you lose connection again. Also, we have Smugpug here.
Hey, Smug. Hi, everybody in the chat. Sorry you've had to listen to Justine. It's horrific.
You're a
for
piece of
CG.
shit. You're a piece of shit. You know that. You show up late. Damn it. And then you leave, and you come back, and you keep leaving, and then you come back, and then you say that very hurtful thing.
It's not like I left on purpose. Yeah, my internet has sucked for the last week. Anyway, so here's the problem. Comicsgate in 2021 had about twice as many campaigns as it did through 2018 and 2019 and made less money. Okay? This is not good by any measure. There are still 5 books that have not been fulfilled that were supposed to be fulfilled in 2021. That doesn't even include like the 6 from the year before and the 5 from the year before that.
Yeah.
That's just campaigns that we're supposed to fulfill this year. And it's bad. 45 of those books that we're supposed to fulfill this year are still in demand. And that's a total of $2,833. No, I'm sorry. $2,833,000.
Woo!
Tied up in late unfulfilled campaigns. And those are just the ones that we're supposed to fulfill in 2021.
You know, these numbers kind of make it sound like NFTs aren't nearly a scam in comparison.
Yeah, no. There were 29 projects that were supposed to deliver last month, and 9 did. Now, I get it. Everybody's talking about the paper shortage, and my God, if there wasn't a single solitary update I didn't read that said paper shortage. And I know that there is one, okay? But Eric Canetti, whose book wasn't due to come out until February, fulfilled in December. Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini fulfilled their last Common America campaign. They just sent out the last box. If they can do it, there's no way these almost 30 campaigns could.
Not like one of them could. No, I get you. But
Well,
like then
9
again,
did.
Tim
9
is Asian.
did.
Tim is Asian. You know.
He's got special paper connections.
So he's just he does things faster
than everybody else.
Than everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 9 of the campaigns that were supposed to fulfill in December did. A whole 9. Right?
Mhm.
And congrats to those who got their books out when they said they were going to.
Yeah.
Now, I've been catching a lot of shit from certain quarters about talking about late books.
Mhm.
But late books keep people from backing campaigns.
Yeah, that's what I
171 campaigns in 2021.
What's really funny though, Vicky, about that is it's like people are like, "Oh, you're just complaining, blah blah blah, late books, ha ha ha," and it's like, okay, but like let's be honest, guys. Let's look at like the numbers, and let's look at how many people are backing. Let's look at the YouTube channels of these bigger Comicsgate people, and their views have shot down immensely. The backing for books isn't nearly as good as it used to be. So you can be like, ha ha ha, you're just lame, you're just complaining about late books, and it's like, okay, well, if you're all cool with like the movement, I guess, dying,
Right.
or not being nearly as successful, then all right, fuck.
Indiegogo doesn't, they'll count if you back something twice, they count you as 2 backers, right? But in 2021, there were 30,000 fewer backers than there were in 2018 and 2019. And almost, well, a little under half as many as last year. Right? People aren't backing. And there has to be a reason for that. Right? I mean, the art and the writing, that's subjective. That's nothing, anybody can do anything about. That's just the way it is. But if Comicsgate is going to be different, if Comicsgate is going to set themselves apart from every other indie creator out there, the only way to do that is to fulfill when you promise. And people say, I don't care about late books. I do. I got 2 that are late, one that's really, really late. And I care about them. I care that they're late.
Yeah. Also, like our audience knows the stuff that we cover. They know that we cover this, and they continue to come back. So our audience, maybe they don't want to hear it, but they put up with it, and so we're gonna make them continue to put up with it. So they're I count that as wanting to hear about it.
Yeah. And I want to thank Stans for helping me over the last year pull all those numbers together.
Nobody knows who Stans is, so no, you don't get to thank him.
But it doesn't matter.
We're moving on. No. Stans, you get no credit.
Before we move on from Comicsgate, Liam, tell Yellow Flash and EVS and JDA to shove that olive branch up their asses. Flash comes in. I caught a little bit of the stream from today. Flash comes in, gaslighting the fuck out of Liam, and I don't know if it's like purposefully.
Well, yeah, it is. But then again, like, fuck Liam. Like, that's how I feel about Liam.
He doesn't pay as much attention to really. I don't think he pays that much attention to Comicsgate. Fucking Ethan, come back to CG. It'll be fine. When he's been sitting on JDA's streams while he and Testify sit there and spread even like Liam's wacky enough. You don't have to lie about shit. Right?
Yeah.
And sits there and giggles and laughs and absorbs the Lion Liam streams. Yeah, go do your own thing, Liam. Be happy.
Don't be happy. I mean, that's cool too.
I want him to be happy.
I don't.
We've done plenty of Liam content. Don't get me wrong, but there comes a point where there's just no content left to be had, and all you're doing is the same shit over and over just to be an asshole.
Well, like, don't get me wrong. Just because I think Liam's a piece of shit doesn't mean that I think he should be lied about, because no matter if you're a piece of shit, the truth is always the worst thing and the best thing, like, at the same time, right? So, like, there's just no point to do streams lying about him, But yeah, so it is very strange, because like just like 4 days ago, EVS is like on a stream of JDA's, and he's just like, "Shut the fuck up, Liam. Just shut the fuck up." Right? And it's like, "Oh, Liam, come back. Everything's cool. Everything's cool.
Everything's all right."
Like, I mean, sure, whatever. But it's just,
it was crazy.
It's obvious that you're just like doing it just to be a dick. Which is fine by me. Like, I don't care. I don't like Liam.
But just a word of advice: don't come back.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that because I don't want you in comics. I don't want you as part of this community, because you're already part of the community. There's no leaving it, really. But just don't slap that label back on yourself. It's not worth the trouble or the hassle.
Yeah, but there is Super CG now.
Yes, Super CG.
which is, you know,
We are super CG.
we are super
I'll take
CG.
super CG.
It's like
Yeah.
super straight.
Only better.
Only better.
Because we
It's-
don't have to be straight.
So, anyways, you know, it's got me, Smeag Peek, Vicky, Finatra. I think Morg is in there, and we're way better than CG. And fuck anybody who doubts that. Yeah. I think the first super CG book is actually Robochode, Erect Man Bun. That's a parody off of Robotoad, which is JDA's parody off of Cyberfrog. So
Yeah.
super meta. It's gonna be great. There's signups already. If Sneak Peek, if you could drop a link in the chat, that would be awesome.
I'm scared to push any buttons and like jinx my internet.
I'm scared. I'm not scared because Sneak Peek's like waiting on standby. Because you just can't be, you know.
He can talk.
No, well, no. I'm just saying, like, you can't be trusted to, you know, be here
Stick around.
during the stream. You know, you're so unreliable, Vicky.
I tried.
You did try.
I did try.
You piece of shit. Try harder next time.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm allowed to be late for a reason when
I
you're
don't-
late for bad reasons.
Well, I was on time, and you want to know what? You weren't, and that's all
I
that
was
matters.
here. I was here on time.
Nope, that's weird because we started and you weren't here.
And then my internet went out.
Yeah, so sounds like you weren't here, Vicky. Anyways, so we have more Steve Delive.
Woohoo!
And my fem brother Crow's drama to talk about. And this is going to involve some stuff that most of you will have no idea about. But if we talk about it gradually over time, you guys will become familiar enough and hopefully still stick around. It's pretty autistic, though, so I don't know. But then again, you all come from Comicsgate, which is
Pretty autistic.
pretty autistic. So anyways, we have Steve Delive here saying he's arguing with Repsion, right? Now, Repsion is a person who Steve Delive and my fem brother have gone to bat for against his now ex-girlfriend, Maya, who is very abusive, apparently. I don't know how a guy ends up in a relationship with an abusive female, but it happens, I guess, if you're that mentally
Really,
weak.
Dean, you don't know?
I don't know. Shut up, Vicky. You don't abuse me. I abuse myself after you make me cry. Shut up. So anyways, they're going at each other because I guess Repsion was encouraging his ex, Maya, to debate his now current girlfriend. And even though Steve Delive has defended Repsion on the issue of his abusive ex, he's now teamed up with Maya. And so that's what we have here, guys. They kind of go at it a little bit. And then this guy, the librarian, who I guess is a mod on Steve Delive's Discord server, starts going at him because Steve has made Maya a mod on his Discord server. Now, this is actual content, guys. I know it seems silly. Discord servers. But this is the commentary community. So, commentard community. And we're just gonna laugh from a distance. We don't get involved with these people. We just laugh from a distance because these people are so actually like concerned about who becomes like a mod on a Discord or simping for another man's ex. That's what these people do. It's like I said before, it's very autistic. So after arguing for a little bit, we have this tweet from the librarian saying, says the guy who made Maya a mod in his server over the objection of your entire mod team and several of your friends. You burnt so many bridges and you can't control the situation to your advantage anymore. I even warned you and you didn't listen. Sucks to suck. And then we have, what?
I don't know. Smug, do you call your mods the mod team? I've
No,
never.
I call my mods the gay lords because anyone who's a moderator is a degenerate, filthy Janny that should probably go and drink bleach.
Can you imagine the mod team?
Yeah.
Like that's just retarded.
Well, from what I've heard, the librarian seems like a nice guy. But that is retarded. I'll give you that. That is retarded. So then we have. The only reason we're covering this is because this video of Steve just makes him look like a total crackhead. That's honestly it, guys. I'm sorry. That's the whole point. This guy looks like a straight up crackhead. So.
That's how I said I'm not here to talk to Discord mods.
I don't hear anything.
Some mod shit. You didn't listen
Oh.
to your mods. You made bio mods.
Well, the chat does.
Fuck, how is that relevant to fucking anything? And by the way, I didn't encourage her to do the debate. I said it would be a bad idea and it's just causing drama. And if you wanted to stop it. So then she said, yeah, no, that's a good point, Steve. And Jane was the one who was like, no, we gotta debate this bitch. And then when it was like, okay, I will do it against what Steve said, I will do it. You guys bailed, so you guys suck. You guys are fucking dumb. Either stand by your word, do your own fucking research. You're gonna tell me that you didn't know who the fuck RSN was? The only thing he's known for is that shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. You guys are all nuts. That's how I said I'm not.
So, yeah, he filmed a video just to respond that, and he looks like a straight up crackhead.
I can imagine the first time I saw this video, I had images of Steve running around the house, turning on all the LED lights before he went on his little like wander through.
That's probably what happened, yeah.
It was just so bizarre.
It is bizarre. So then we have the librarian rightfully saying, you're spiraling. Gone to the video because you can't articulate in text. And Steve says...
He can't articulate on video either.
You just can't articulate. But the guy has decrepit Canadian heredity.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like the worst case they've ever seen. It's sad. And Steve says, yeah, I don't need generic gifts to accentuate my points like some people. Why don't you get on cam? Self-conscious? Stumble over your words? Scared people will see you for the person you really are? Those are all too generous. Steve Delive is someone who should be self-conscious about getting on camera. You know? But it's like you kind of got to give it to him. He has no shame. And that's kind of like a blessing and a curse.
The crazy thing is, it's just a few months ago, right? I mean, it wasn't that long ago that Steve and your sister brother and everybody, all that entire
It's no longer
group,
sister brother. It's now fembro.
Fembro, okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure it'll be
fembro
something different next week, but
were thoroughly condemning and excoriating Maya for her behavior, right? But it seems Steve has a chance to, cozy up to a girl, do a new podcast with a girl. Probably the closest he'll get to one is the internet. And he's just, they're calling themselves the commentary contrarians, or something along those lines.
They're like CG Revolt, but none of you guys even know what that is. So
right, but the thing is they're going contrary to everything they have ever said.
Yeah. So Max
and
Zorin,
next week they'll go contrary to it again.
Yeah, Max Zorin points something out that should just be obvious to most people in the chat. He says, the average person doesn't know who RSN is because they have a life outside of YouTube. That's fair. That is fair.
It's very fair.
He also adds that librarian...
I'm saddened I know who he is.
Yeah. Librarian has been on his show, and he's super delightful and articulate. He does have his research and is a good guest to have on. Well, that's cool. Yeah, no, I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. I just, the mod thing is just funny to argue about, but whatever. So the librarian goes on to say, except I have been on cam, and I don't need people to hear what I say to know what I'm saying. You're spiraling. Wow, I'm on for Dan. And why are you defending Maya so hard, especially with everything being shown? Shouldn't stick dick in crazy, dude. Those are good words to live by. So let's just watch this other video Steve did in response, which is one crackhead video wasn't enough for him. And we're happy about that, because now we get to see more crackhead Steve.
I gotta spell it out for you. The only thing you're known for, and the only thing you will be known for, is modding Discord servers of larger content creators, which is a pretty easy gig to get. You can pretty much buy your way into that shit. So you flexing that is not a flex. I don't give a fuck about Discord mods. You guys all flex your power like there's something, you guys are something important or some shit. You're not. You're just fucking nobodies. Like the gift that I showed you. And that's about it. Honestly, librarian, you're not worth my breath. You're not worth my thumbs typing. So this is it, buddy. I hope you had a good time. I hope you got my attention enough that you got enough dopamine likes from your buddy Phil and whoever else is on Jane's psycho train of hate for me, Maya, and anyone else who disagrees with them. That's fine. Love you. I gotta spell it out for you. The only thing
God, he's so creepy.
He is, like, just like his mannerisms. Like, I talk with my hands a lot, even when nobody's there to see it, right? But this guy does, like, these weird looks everywhere. Kind of like a crackhead. It's very strange. It is very strange. But wait, there's more autism, guys. But wait. There's more. So, unfortunately, Tipster did a video. Well, unfortunately, he deleted a video that he put out in a tweet where he called Steve out for. Sorry, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Where he called Steve out for, I guess, defending Maya. The video was funny. Mostly because we got to see Tipster jiggling around everywhere. But he raised.
People think it's only comic nerds that are fat.
To be fair, Tipster is like kind of not average when it comes to like a lot of the other commentary people. Not to body shame.
Not to body shame.
But I am shaming his body. It's a little gross. But he calls him out, he's saying like, Maya's a piece of shit. We're all going to be laughing at you, especially when this blows up in your face type shit, right? So Crow, my fembro, comes to Steve's defense by pretty much confirming everything that Tipster just said about Maya, which is a pretty weird way to defend somebody by just agreeing with everything that the other side just said, but that's Crow, So he says, one of the first people we covered was Maya and Repsion. Yeah, because for those of you that don't know, Steve is a co-host for my brother. So when he says we, he means him and Steve. DNO knew Maya was lying, and you all went after her for seeking CP. Seeking CP in quotes, as if to say it's not actual CP, which I think was correct. It wasn't. It was a lie thrown out there. Not that I would know. I stay away from these people, so who knows, right? You then went to me to tell me you didn't care about the story. But DNO was 100% a criminal, and you blew off everything related to Maya. So he's saying Tipster didn't go hard enough at Maya. Right? Crow is basically saying, like, yeah, Maya is a piece of shit. And you didn't care, Tipster. And it's like,
For those that don't know, there was a Google Drive, I guess, that had gotten leaked, and it had some pictures of Maya on it that were risque. And the scuttlebutt going around was that it was when she was underage, but she wasn't, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Remember Steve had access to that drive. Sen had it. I think Sen shared it.
No, Steve shared it too.
Steve shared, yeah, they both shared it.
I'm not sure about Sen, to be honest. I don't remember anything about Sen with the drive.
I think he did, but I could be mistaken. But Steve did for sure.
Oh, Steve definitely did.
Like
Yeah.
everybody under the sun in this community shared the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all linked it in their videos.
The only issue that there really was with linking the drive was the fact that this community is full of like underage people and there's nudes on there. Not that the nudes were of somebody underage, but that they made it so easily accessible to a pretty large amount of kids, right? Which is what made Steve going after people for sending the drive so weird, was because he shared it to his whole YouTube audience. But that was a while ago. But that has to do with this story, right? So basically though, Crow's like, yeah, Maya's a piece of shit and you didn't care. And it's like, well, Tipster's saying she's a piece of shit and you're like confirming everything he's saying, all to defend Steve from the like, I guess, accusation that he's teaming up with a piece of shit. It's a weird way to defend Steve, and it does the exact opposite, but I can't really say I'm surprised. His mind don't work so good, guys.
It doesn't.
Yeah, and DNO had some proof. We had evidence of Maya's behavior, right? So like he's confirming that him and Steve know about Maya's behavior, and they do. And this was all offered to commentary, but nobody wanted to cover the story and cross Repsion, who was being abused because he lets women abuse him. You legit blocked me on Discord the day after we spoke when I gave you a vid to look into. You didn't give a shit back then because it was bad optics. Nobody in commentary did, and this guy was being abused by Maya. Yeah. Like,
so she's an abusive piece of shit, according to all of them. And I don't know.
Literally everybody involved is saying it.
I would pretty much say they both probably had their own issues as far as that relationship went. And, if your girl tells you can't be friends with someone, why would you listen?
Yeah.
And then, whine about it later. I don't understand. Dump the girl. Like, don't just go along with that kind of shit.
Yeah. Always remember, guys, especially guys. In fact, women, close your ears, don't listen. Guys, never be the victim, be the victimizer. Those are true. Those are true words to live by.
They are.
They
are indeed.
Shut up, bitch. See, guys, just like that. And then, obviously you would give her the backhand. I can't do that right now because I'm not there to hit Vicky. But
I'd take you down, Dean.
Yeah, whatever, old lady. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, Smug, do you have anything to add?
No.
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 What do you think about being the victimizer and not the victim?
I think it's much cooler to be the victimizer.
Yeah, it's much more based, right?
Super based, especially when they're in the corner, cowering and crying in tears, and you pull off your belt, and they know what's coming.
They know what's coming. So I guess as a closeout, because I think that's the end of the stream, I just want to do a quick poll. One in the chat, if you should be the victimizer, or two, if you want to be the victim. We'll give it a couple minutes before we end the stream. I just want to see what the chat thinks.
And 3, if you think Dean should eat himself.
I was going to anyways.
You know, you can do proper polls now on YouTube. Dean.
Oh,
You
that's
can
right.
make
I
one.
could.
What a pain in the ass.
That's a
though.
pain, yeah.
We're not going to be around long enough for that. Just hit the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're on a delay, so we're gonna be waiting a second till the chat.
Well, let's talk about some more CG news. Everybody knows now that Liam Gray is coming back to Comicsgate, where he
No,
belongs.
he's not.
And Spirit Jr. is now the official co-host of the Stank stream.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Not a.
Oh,
no.
that's great. That makes me happy.
That's fantastic.
I am jealous. Finatra got a much better co-host than I do.
Really?
2022
Really,
is just
Dean?
the best.
So we're seeing a few ones roll into the chat. We got a 3.
I mean, if you want, Dean, I can always dip and you can stream with Spirit Jr. Maybe steal him away from Finatra.
No, I wouldn't do that to my boy Finatra. That's just
Sinatra and
rude.
Spirit Jr. are the dream team. I just can't believe we got a stream with Liam and Spirit Jr.
On the same day.
On the same day. If only they were on at the same time.
You could make that happen.
I'm going to try and make it happen. Well, if Spirit Jr. becomes Finatra's permanent co-host, maybe it will happen.
I don't know. I caught Liam on Finatra's stream earlier, and I don't know if he'll be coming back.
Yeah,
It was a little tense. It was a little too tense, I think, for Liam's comfort.
Well, obviously,
be
it's very disingenuous. Like, you'd have to be a complete retard to not understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole idea of Liam coming back to Comicsgate is ludicrous.
Please do, Dean. No, Finatra. I'm good. You can have Spirit Jr. I'm good.
Yeah. You keep him over there.
Yeah. But also take Vicky.
You know, Dean, I can always find another D to do this.
I could always find another V to stick my
and don't go there, Dean. You'll give everybody the wrong gross impression here.
It is very gross and wrong.
Yeah.
But so we saw some ones. There was a 3 for me to yeet myself. HG, you've now been banned from the chat. You piece of shit. No, I'm joking. Anyways.
Thank you, HG.
That's going to be it for this one. Join us next time where we'll be talking about, you guessed it, more autism.
Yeah. Have a lovely new year, everybody. I hope it's great for all of you.
I hope your New Year sucks, guys. I hope this year is worse than the last year, which was worse than the year before it. So I hope it just continues to go downhill.